Okay, let's go ahead and go through the solution to the merger with contingent consideration question. And as always, we have our random numbers, first order of business, copy, paste as values, and we're good to go. Okay, so little company has provided let's go to the beginning. Big company is going to acquire little company in an acquisition to be accounted for as a merger. Little company has provided the trial balance at the date of acquisition. The cash acquisition cost was $212. In addition to the immediate cash compensation, there is a contingent payment agreement where additional compensation will be made if certain sales growth targets are met over 3 years. Sales growth targets, the probability of meeting those targets, and the additional cash payments are indicated in the attached data. So here we have the additional data. Basically, if sales growth is from 0 to 3%, there will be a 0 additional payout, and there's a 22% chance of that happening. That's a subjective estimate. Between 3 and 6%, there's a $16 cash payout. Between 6 and 9%, there's a $31 cash payout. And above 9%, there's a $59 cash payout. And again, these are the probabilities of those various outcomes happening. So the first order of business, I suppose, as long as we're in the neighborhood, is to go ahead and figure out the expected value of the additional compensation. And again, that's the amount of the payment times the likelihood of that payment happening. Now those probabilities I put in as 22, so to get a percentage I have to multiply by 0.01. Anyway, the expected value of that is 0, copied all the way down, for a total expected value of $25.15. So the total compensation, we're going to give $122 in cash, $212 in cash, plus $25.15 of this contingent consideration, for a total of that plus that. Okay, so we're going to pay $237.15, and what are we buying? We're buying this bundle of assets. Again, all of the book values are completely irrelevant to us. What we're concerned with is the fair value of the bundle of assets that we've acquired. So the fair value, what are we acquiring? We're acquiring cash and receivables and inventory and property, plant, equipment. We're also assuming some liabilities, so I'll subtract those out. So the fair value of the net assets is $205. So if we're paying, line this up. So if we're paying $237.15 for assets worth $205, that means that there's going to be goodwill of $32.15. Okay, so we got everything lined up. Let's go ahead and record the acquisition. Basically, we're going to record the receipt of all of these assets at their fair value. As well as the goodwill. And we're assuming an accounts payable liability. And okay, so this is the bundle of stuff we're acquiring. We're acquiring the net assets, plus we're acquiring some goodwill. And what are we paying? Well, we're writing a check for $212, and we're also putting ourselves on the hook for a contingent liability in the amount of $25.15. Okay, so that's the acquisition. Again, we've acquired a bundle of assets plus some goodwill. We've assumed a $16 liability, and to get all that good stuff, we gave out consideration worth $237.15. Now, a few years later, actual sales growth comes in at 1%. That puts us in this band where no payment is going to be made. So basically, we don't have, 3 years later, we don't have to make any additional payment. That contingent liability gets satisfied, but it doesn't cost us anything. So that's going to be a gain on contingent liability, or gain on contingent consideration, or something to that effect. Okay. One common mistake people made was at the time, and again, it doesn't really illustrate when sales growth ended up on that 1% band, but let's say that the sales growth came in at 5%. In that case, you're going to be in this band here, and a few people made the mistake of using the expected value of 4.64. Again, that's the cash payout multiplied by the previously assumed probability. The actual cash payment would have been $16. Okay, but in this case, again, we came in at 1%, which means no payment, which means basically that contingent liability isn't going to end up costing us anything.